Let's see. It looks like we good on the tube. Hoping my phone catches up. What's going on? I'm Galaxy.
I'm TDisconnected.
Welcome to the Galactic Disconnect podcast. We talk about anime, gaming, culture, and so much more. If you're tuning in, we really appreciate it. What's going on, fam? How you doing?
Man, it's been a long week. You know, another long week, another day closer to death. But you know, but yeah, I mean, last week we ended off on a good note, though. We asked, what was everyone's favorite video game? You know,
Yeah.
Did you hear anything back?
Yeah, I got a few different ones. Buddy of mine, Yuji, he hit me with Half-Life 2. I never played that. Did you ever play that one?
I played it for like 2 seconds. But that was like Fortnite before Fortnite, right?
That's like a cult classic.
Yeah.
That was like the Team Fortress.
Oh no, that's Team Fortress. Yeah.
Yeah, people loved the heck out of that game and Team Fortress so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, a rapper I met in Texas, Kintashi Blade. Shout out to you, man. He hit me with Black Ops 3 and Call of Duty. You know.
Hey, you know, we used to play the fuck out of some zombies in Call of Duty.
Oh, we should get back to that. we should
stream that again.
Yeah,
I would play some Black Ops.
Yes, let's do some Black Ops Zombies. Did you ever play Dead Island? You know, there's the second one.
Yeah, the new one's coming out.
Dead Island 2. I really want to play that one. That one looks good. They put in work.
I like Platinum, the first one. That one was really fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you liked it that much. It was, the Dying Light 1?
Yeah, Dying Light 1.
It was good.
And Dead Island 1. Yeah.
Holy shit, those are two different games.
Yeah, they're two different games. Both parkour first-person zombie games.
The same studios, too. It's just next...
I don't think they're the same. They might.
I bet you they are.
They're so similar.
I bet you they are. We'll find out about that. But other than that, other rapper buddy of mine, Milo Armorio, shout out to you, fam. He hit me with Sonic everything. He likes all Sonic games. Okay, I commend you. Yeah. Commend you for that, because Sonic games have gotten weird.
Yeah, I mean, the last good one for me was Sonic Generations.
Generations was made sense. The one where they had Sonic turn into a werewolf.
Yeah, Sonic Unleashed.
Unleashed.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like, what's happening to
Sonic?
Yeah. So shout out to you, Hang 10K. Their name is Hang 10K10. There is a skater out in Texas. They hit me with Stardew Valley, which a classic, cult classic. Never played it, but if you like farming simulator games that also is a dating sim, Stardew Valley is the way to go. So yeah, that's all from my end. What about you?
All right, so let's see. I asked one of my friends responded. Name Asia Not China. Shout out to Asia Not China. Hers was Last of Us, and Metal Gear, both series as a whole. So I mean, I was like, all right, that's pretty solid right now. I'm replaying Last of Us 2. So I've not replaying. This is my first time playing Last of Us 2, and it's actually pretty good. Story is all right, not as good as the first in my opinion, but
it's hard to beat the first one.
It always is. It's very hard to beat the first. But it's a pretty good game. I had another friend that would be, let's see, his name's Robert. So shout out to Crowmeister. His was Destiny and Destiny 2.
Nice.
Which are some OG shooters for me. I love those games. Not OG, but shooters.
Yeah, they're up there.
Yeah, RPG shooters. They don't make a lot of those.
No, Destiny's like the first and biggest of its kind that really did the whole fantasy space shooter like that, for real. There was some small... I mean, I guess BioShock technically, but to a big like multiplayer kind of raids and all that, really did the whole MMO thing with it. It had to be Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny was great. And then my other friend, Robert, Sudist Monk, his was Witcher 3.
Nice.
Or UFC 3. Two completely different games.
I never got into the UFC. I played them I think I went to a martial arts camp, and they had like some of those fights. I don't know how people love those so much. I mean, I could see how, but that's
it's a very interesting thing for me.
Like niche, like fighting game niche, specifically like realistic.
Yeah, realistic
game, like boxing. I mean, they're big, right? But I don't think they've ever hit like Street Fighter level, Street Fighter Tekken levels of fighting game. Definitely props.
I think the closest I would get to that would be something like For Honor, because they do have that whole kind of like
the realistic, no like supers really, and if they have abilities in like the Dominion modes, but it's not like super animated and all that. But no, UFC is like straight up like you just might get hit by uppercut and get knocked out.
But you gotta like combo. You gotta use a wheel just like For Honor, where like if they hit, you gotta like block the same. It's kind of similar to that whole gameplay style.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know, but For Honor is the closest I would ever get to that. Yeah. But those are some of the shout outs I had. So.
Nice. I might have to try out some UFC. After talking about it, I might have to try some of those out. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you responded to our questions from pod before, this one really appreciate it. If you haven't, throw in your favorite video game in the chat or your favorite anime. And by the end of the pod, we're gonna have another one that you can. That we're gonna be asking people. So stay tuned.
And if you let us know your favorite video game, we'll probably touch up on it sometime somewhere in the future. Definitely. Or your favorite anime, we'll touch up on it sometime in the future.
Absolutely.
But man, it's been a crazy week. The cons are starting to pick back up.
I want to get to some cons, man. I'm excited to be back and get to some cons.
Yeah, I actually got invited to one of the Cult-Lossalcon. Did you ever go to Colossal?
We went in, was it the one in Ohio? Cult-Lossalcon East.
Oh, CCE. So that one is Pennsylvania. Yes.
I drove and I don't even know. I didn't even remember. But that one was really fun. That one was wild.
Yeah. So Cult-Lossalcon, the Prime, that one is it's a little better in my opinion for the sense that they have these villas you can rent out.
I've been seeing you. I saw you had the villa last time. That just went
down. So the villas let you. It's like 6 villas next to each other, and they all surround like this tennis or volleyball court in the middle. Okay. And then they'll just throw parties, and they all share the same kind of backyard.
That's dope.
So you can just walk from backyard to backyard
to all of them.
Parties. It's pretty cool. A lot of big con groups end up renting out the villas. As you know, I was always a member of Con Legends. Yeah, we had our other bros, 1449. They would throw parties. And we made other friends along the way. But so
are they still in action, Con Legends? I haven't been seeing the Facebook.
Yeah, we haven't really been doing much. After COVID, COVID really shut us down. We tried to get back into it. I guess last Colossal, we got the villa. It just wasn't the same.
Especially with the air of COVID hovering over.
And 2 years makes a difference. Like, just a lot of people aged out in the 2 years, and a lot of new people came in within the 2 years. Yeah. And we just felt kind of old. And we just didn't feel like dealing with the bullshit of the younger generation. So
that makes sense.
It was all right. We were thinking we're not going to get a villa this time again. We might just get... Maybe if like half of us are probably gonna go, so we'll probably just get small rooms up in Ohio and do it that way, and just chill at one of our other friends' villas or something.
Yeah, all right. Hey, we're gonna stay tuned for that. Yeah. I want to hit up that one because I went to East. I haven't been to the one in Ohio, so that's dope.
Yeah. So it's really dope. But last year they had it themed. There was a party. It was themed Cult-Lossalcon. All right. So everyone was dressed up in cow outfits.
It was mostly like swimsuits, or people would go all out with like
so the unique thing about Cult-Lossalcon, just like the Pennsylvania, is, it's at a water park resort, which makes it great. Shout out if you haven't been to an anime con, I definitely recommend Cult-Lossalcon, because not only are you just going to the panels in the anime rooms, you also get to experience a water park resort.
That was the funnest part for me, like going to the water, because I don't think I had been to a water park resort in my adult life.
Yeah,
I don't remember last time I was happy to like go on a water slide. It was fun as hell.
Yeah. And everyone's in swimsuit versions of cosplays.
Yeah,
you get to experience that, and it's kind of like a mini vacation. I spent majority of my time in the hot tub, and it's a resort, so you can drink all over the resort. So you just got your Kalahari cup and you're just drinking whatever.
It's not as strict as like some of the more local ones, like at DC now, and you couldn't even walk around with a cup.
You can't walk around with the cup.
The convention centers usually.
But that's the good thing about the Colossal is it's a resort. Yeah. They sell alcohol on their resort, and they don't mind people walking around with alcohol.
Yeah, so that's dope.
It's dope. So yeah, this year apparently it's themed Cult-Lossalcon, succubus summoning. So everyone this year is going to be dressed up in, I guess, as succubuses or incubuses.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to go.
Yeah,
it cows the cult. I guess they needed a C word, and they just other vowel. I guess they just put a wheel and then it's all cult. That's a huge jump. I mean, what do you think about that? Is that gonna be?
I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. I just think this whole demonic stuff is getting a little out of hand. You saw what happened with the whole Travis Scott Astroworld. Have you seen like those conspiracy theories about that?
I listened to I actually listened to one of the like NPR podcasts about like what was happening at the event.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Like people getting injected with apparently fentanyl, like against their will, just people running, like there was apparently some bad actors like running around just like injecting people.
Oh hell no.
And like on top of that, the Travis antagonized the crowd to get over the security barriers.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild because then he's endangering himself technically, right? So no, that was crazy. I don't know what's going on with that.
So there was this whole like conspiracy theory that it was like a demonic sacrificing summoning thing. And it had like all the imagery of the Travis Scott concert and had it showing all the demonic imagery, right? And then a bunch of people died. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm a very energy, spiritual kind of person, and when you're inviting those kind of spirits and things to a event like that, I don't know. I'm not really with it.
Bad actors everywhere.
So me personally, I'm not for that. I hope a lot of people who go dress up as angels or something to counteract all the evil energy. But I just feel like you're inviting bad things, and with the way America's going with these mass shootings and these
other wild shit.
The last con I went to, Colossal, all I could think about was someone just coming up here with there's so many prop guns and so many props, and it's just so easy for some deranged team.
That's why they stopped allowing weapons in there, because one dude came at what's the dude, Tommy from the Power Rangers with a weapon, and then from then on, no weapons were allowed at cons from then on. Just ruined it for everybody.
That's when they stopped selling the swords and stuff too.
Which is so that was my favorite thing about cons, going there and buying weapons, and that was just destroyed.
Yes.
So, no, I don't want people to ruin it like that. Like that's nah. But it's interesting you say that, because when I think of, so in the imagery, and I'll throw it in there when we post the full video, I don't think of immediate like demonish, like succubus is a Japanese lore, right? So that's an interesting thing.
Is it just Japanese?
I believe so. There aren't any succubi in the Bible or any other mythology. It's mostly Japanese.
I think there is.
Really?
Yeah, it's a sex demon. Just someone who just...
Oh, maybe they aren't named that. But okay, that's fair.
They drain the life force out of men.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that you extrapolate that. Yeah, that's fair. Like, lust already is one of those 7 deadly sins. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking people are gonna go with like Midsommar. Like they were a cult, right? And there was like, did you see the movie?
No.
Okay, I saw it when it came out, and it was just like a lot of it was just white people wearing all white and weird like old. I don't even know what to call that. That garb, like old. My bad. You wanna? You good? You're not gonna be on camera.
Sorry, you won't be on camera.
You might have to move those hangers.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. People are gonna be in like fired up outfits and stuff like that. I don't immediately relate it to demon stuff, but I can. But by the image in the advertisement, it's definitely.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we'll add that to the clip later.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I just don't know. I'm not with the whole evil spirits thing. I think it is like inviting other things, but teach your own. I know in anime, demons have always been run rampant.
It's a popular thing. Like there's a lot of I can't name any characters at the top of my head, but I know in this Gaia, like Etna, like one of the most popular characters in there is succubus. So I don't know, that whole like demon. Actually, everything in this guy is demons, and I love that game. So I don't know.
There's a difference between like demons are like a could play like a character, but I think when you're actively trying to
summoning circles,
demons, like if you read the thing, let me read this description to you.
It's kind of wild.
It's kind of wild. It says, let's gather at Kalahari proper and invoke ourselves over to the villas for ritualistic shenanigans. Robed cult members, demons, succubus, incubus, and everything in between welcome. Willing sacrificial candidates encouraged. Must bring your own summoning circle. One will not be provided for you.
They won't give them to you. You bring your own.
Like, to me, that's asking for just spirits to come in. Like, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to Colossal this year in general. Just because I'm trying to, I don't know, I just want to travel more, see more of the world. I spent a lot of my early 20s anime cons, but
big facts.
Traveling the world seems more just better to me.
I feel you.
But what are your thoughts on the whole thing?
I'm wondering how people are going to play it, because if you extrapolate the word cult to a lot of things, like Akatsuki has become like a cult class. I mean, the word cult classic kind of implies like
a group.
I feel like it's culture hyphenated, like how it's used, but largely like a group that believes in something. And for the black community, Akatsuki has become, I don't know why niggas fuck with them so heavy.
Yeah, why not the Cloud?
They don't even fuck with Cloud niggas. It's like, yo, red clouds and black garb. Like, yo, that's niggas.
We should have been Village in the Cloud. I don't know why black people decided to take Akatsuki.
Akatsuki. That's who niggas fuck with. And it's like, that's technically a cult. They were trying to do cult shit for real. Take over the world and do some. So I feel like that can be extrapolated.
Yeah.
By cult members and any other, like, I don't know, any other like groups in anime can fall into that category if you want, right? And they could be anime themed cults, like the cult of fucking Hatsune Miku or some random shit like that. Like, they would do some shit like that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just look at it now that there's so many deranged teenage kids out there that are looking to do something to get either, like, you know, visibility or to actually get a better life and actually believe in this deep, like, a lot of it to do something wild. And with these mass shootings, I just don't mess with it.
Nah.
But, speaking of Hatsune Miku, she was, like, waifu at one point.
That's a good transition. Speaking of waifu, I was gonna ask you. I haven't came up with a good way to phrase the question, but I guess we could just talk about the anime. Like, anime has done a lot for people. We've idolized the heroes. We've idolized the villains, and then in the middle of that, the waifu culture kind of like sprung up. Yeah. And we were getting like body pillows and like
Yoko.
Yeah,
she was waifu.
And like all that. So like I kind of just wanted to talk about, and it doesn't be too much, but like your opinion on what that did for, I guess, like the anime culture in general, for a lot of like young men in general, like idolizing 2D women to that point, and I guess at any point idolizing, I mean, people idolize their singers, their actors, and all that. And for the anime community, it was just anime women mostly.
Yeah. I can kind of see what you're saying. I don't know. I feel like with anime, they're always valued on like friendship and togetherness and that kind of stuff. So other than your average rapper and your average, like, you know,
singer artist,
a lot of themes aren't nearly as like bad rooted into bad things, in my opinion, from the animes that I've seen.
Yeah.
A lot of the women main characters tend to be very supportive, very
it's usually good
powerful
aspects.
Yeah, they're usually very powerful, very supportive.
It's not usually overtly like sexual. People's like actual.
There's a lot of waifus that are very over sexualized. Like
eyes, but in their original story, like for example, like Nia and Yoko, right? Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, Yoko definitely in her outfit.
Yes.
Nia was literally in like a full dress most of the time, and that's still like one of the tops. I mean, I'm thinking in recent memory, like Rei and her sister's name.
Rem.
Rem.
Are you talking about
Rem and I'm bad with those names. Those
okay.
Rem and her twin sister.
But I mean, there's the other half. Think of High School DxD. There was Rias Gremery
and Psycho and
no, not High School of the Dead. High School DxD.
DxD. Okay.
Yeah.
You put high school in front of the shit. Another letter is over.
But in that one, that's super overly sexualized. Yeah. So, but she was still student council president. She was still like
badass.
Yeah. And she still really valued her friends.
Yeah, that's true. Good qualities. Yeah. It's not like it has to be a good quality character for people to idolize them. Yeah. And I guess like the term waifu, like what do you think that? Because when I think of, because I don't have any anime waifus for real. All mine are like in comics. I guess I'm weird. Like any X-Men woman is technically a waifu for me. It's bad. Like Storm, that's not like waifu. Like that's bae. Like that's a goddess. Like
when it comes to the waifus, I don't think they're bad. Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of them tend to be overarching, like good characters for the most part. You just got to remember that a lot of anime is written by men, right?
Yeah.
So
so they're gonna be
really unrealistic. A lot of these women are the ideal woman that men think they would want, and it's just not realistic.
No,
these women are so giving into the other male characters, and it's just like no person should operate giving their life and soul to someone they met 5 minutes ago, you know?
Just because they have spiky hair.
Yeah, just because they have spiky hair. So, I mean, I think that's unrealistic because then men go out into the world really thinking that women are going to, pour themselves into them in the first 5 minutes, and if you're not, then this woman isn't shit, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, it trains a lot of people that don't have a lot of, I guess, interaction with women into expecting that.
Yeah, so would you say it had a negative effect on men's view of women? I mean, there's so many other things other than anime to pin that on, but it definitely didn't help.
Yeah, right? I definitely think it has a bad effect in that way. But overall, there's not a lot of strong women just shown in shows in general, in my opinion. And anime does a really good job. It has always done a really good job at putting women characters front and center. As badass characters.
There's a lot of badass women in anime.
If you go back to anime in the 80s, a lot of the women were still running shit.
I think Sailor Moon and Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. I mean, still, back then, even if a woman was a supportive character, she still had, crazy abilities, crazy powers, and was fucking up tons of dudes. You know, she wasn't a damsel in distress.
Nah, that was more like Disney movies brought that on in a lot of stories.
Superheroes, Clark Kent, that whole Clark Kent,
that's fair.
Lois Lane,
that's mostly DC.
Spider-Man,
and Mary Jane,
No, anime has always been she's a badass. Gundam, even old Gundam, they had
their women pilots.
They didn't have many women pilots, but the women were commanders in the army, generals, things like that. And there were some women pilots that ran shit. So I think it's good for women to have those kind of role models. It's bad for men to think that those women should just drop everything for them in the first 5 minutes.
Be their quote unquote waifu. Okay. Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on it?
Like I said, I feel like there's so much of American culture specifically that has given women, men's objective of women a bad rap, music in general, bad, not a lot of good, bad. TV shows and movies, action movies, same thing. Damsel in Distress. Same thing with the comics. I think the waifu thing, as a concept that grew in popularity, it's died down a lot now. We kind of talked about that.
Any major waifu.
There's been
recently.
One Piece does a really good and bad job of having too many. That's one bad, or not bad. One thing people say is bad about One Piece is every woman character is either a big mom or they're a waifu.
But I don't think anyone's looking at what's her name from Attack on Titan, Mikasa. I don't think anybody's looking at her.
Nah, she's
and no one's looking at what's the scientist girl, Hanj.
Yeah,
no one's looking at her.
No, there's Attack on Titan is really not one of those. Right? You can't really do that with one of those. They don't over sexualize anything. It's just hands.
Yeah. But then there's still animes like Konosuba and other things.
Konosuba, Tornado of Terror from One Punch Man is one I see a lot of. Yep. She's like one of the more prominent, more recent ones.
What's the bunny chick from My Hero?
Miruko from My Hero. Yeah,
there's she was waifu.
Yeah,
waifu dies for days. Yeah,
it's one of those. It's like they have. They're definitely still there, right? But it's less than, and it usually has to be like one of the top manga or stories, anime in general and they have to be hit all those marks. Badass woman character, like nobody can fuck with them.
Yeah, but still also sensitive, but also still like
still have all those. It has literally to be like the perfect character.
Yeah.
So it's I definitely think back in the day there was like I don't know, just like how too much pornography is bad for young men, right? Having too many waifus or thinking like 2D women are better than 3D women.
Yeah, I was one of them. I definitely had my two body pillows.
You definitely have your face.
And I had a threesome every night, no?
With your two body pillows.
Yes, right. Yoko and Nia right next to me, slept in between them both. Yeah.
In your case, I don't feel like that. I mean, you still are able to have decent relationships, but for some people, I don't know if they recovered from that. You know what I mean?
No, this is very true. But I think it's also just understanding that everyone has to self-improve all the time. Yeah. And I think a lot of nerds, they just don't think they have to self-improve.
They're like the memes of like the black nerd who has like nappy hair and like ashy and like doesn't want like
your standard Smash player. Yeah. Your standard Smash player.
The standard Smash player. Like that's like not good, and you need to be able to. I mean, our group of friends was never really like that.
No, not at all.
We tried to be respectable like as much as possible.
Yeah. No, we were all cool.
Yeah, and it's like so. Yeah, you have to. I guess have good role models of people that won't like let you be like that and then think that like women should still respect you or even want you if you don't want to respect yourself that much.
Exactly. I think that's the problem. So
yeah. Shoot. Yeah, definitely. What did we have after that?
I don't know. We're just gonna talk about other stuff. Yeah. So
you just played. You told me you played Fortnite when you.
Oh yeah, I got a victory first game of the day.
So have you been warming up to it? Last episode?
No, I still actually don't like it, but it doesn't mean I'm not good at video games.
I feel you. Definitely.
Yeah. It's okay. Honestly, though, I've been playing, like I said, a lot of The Last of Us 2.
How you been liking that?
It's also not that good, but I like to see the continuation of the story of Joel and Ellie. And watching the show now, have you watched the show on HBO?
I haven't. I've seen like the first episode.
Yeah,
it's slacking.
Great show. It's very similar to the game.
Yeah, they try to keep a lot of things on one. That's what I'm seeing a lot of that. They're keeping everything. Except for they changed the infected a little bit.
They did. They made it to where like the spores aren't really a thing in the show.
That's a hard thing to do.
It's a hard thing to show on cinema, I guess, the spores. And apparently they're going to change the ending because they're going to keep the show going. And if you play The Last of Us 2, it starts off very sad. I don't want to give anybody spoilers, but very sad. And I don't think they could continue the show if they jump into the second game.
Yeah, it's going so hard.
Yeah. They want to keep a lot of the same actors the way they are. So there's a big time skip in the second game, and I don't think they want to show all of that yet.
Wouldn't age them up.
Yeah, age up the characters. They want to keep the same actors they have currently in the show.
Got you. Okay.
So
Last of Us 2.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They've changed a lot of the gameplay. You can crawl on the floor, lay down.
That's great.
It's always the little things.
It's little things.
Like earlier, you were talking about Disgaea, and I played Disgaea 3.
Yeah.
And then Disgaea 4.
They're coming out with 7.
Yeah.
They're coming out with 7. I actually want to play 7 because I actually want to get into that one.
But I remember when you could stack people on top of each other and throw them. I was like, whoa.
That game, I'm so proud of them because they have actually become one of the best RPGs when it comes to turn-based tactical strategy. Like when it comes to what you can do with the characters. I remember back when I was living with Brandon, he got Disgaea 5.
Yeah.
And it's the little things, right? So you could change out all the main characters with all the side ones. So I just wanted to fuck with them one day. So I changed all of the main cast to Prinnies. which are the little penguin dudes.
Yeah.
And he got on my game, and he got on the game, and he was immediately like, "Yo, Brian, what the fuck did you do? What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "Yo, whoa, what happened?" And I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" Yeah. He was like, "Nick, I know you changed."
So the one thing I didn't like about this guy was that they've kept all the mechanics from game 1 all the way up to game 7. And I think that's kind of a cool thing, but it's overwhelming if you haven't like played all the games.
I feel that.
So like I played 3 and then I jumped into like 5 and I fell out of the game because it was just so crazy. Many more mechanics.
You can literally do so much shit. Like the monsters turn into weapons. The players can equip the monsters. You can stack people. People have abilities off of stacking. You could throw them. You can now, in the most recent one, you could attack with the stack.
Yeah, see, it's just like way too much. And then they try to explain all these features for you in the first like 10 minutes of the game, and you're like, yeah, no, this is a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. I feel that it definitely is.
They need to scale back some of the mechanics and just keep some solid ones, you know.
If it maybe like trickle them in, so it's not like you get so much at the same time. Maybe they'll do that. I feel like that's a really good. Because they want to keep their base going. It's been going for a long-ass time.
I think that's it. I don't think they expect new people really to jump into the series. Yeah. It is very much catering to the people who've played it the whole time. Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah. So I've been playing, I've been trying to win in Fortnite. I've been getting wrecked.
We were doing so good.
We were doing so good. I don't know what happened, but I've just been getting blasted. And a lot of it's me just being bad at the game, I guess.
Did you give in yet? Did you buy some V-Bucks?
I haven't bought any V-Bucks yet. I was like, when I start winning games or something, I might buy a fucking skin or something. They have the X-Men skins in there now, but I think they're on a rotating
that's the one thing I kind of like, but don't like about Fortnite is that everyone has like their own unique kind of look to their character.
Yeah, it's because it was time constrained. You can't just go in and buy whatever.
So everyone's not buying the same skin. When that skin pops up, you gotta buy it.
And then by the next 2 months, you might never see that shit again.
Yeah, you might never see it again.
It's gonna be gone. So I might wait till one of those roll up because I actually just want to rock an X-Men character. And plus, I feel like seeing like people with the regular stuff is cool, but it's really funny when you see like a nigga running around as like a fucking Itachi or Goku or some shit
earlier, and there was this guy, and he was a banana in a suit, and I was like, "Yo, this is me." And I went to the cash app to try to buy it.
It's not there.
There's no banana in a suit, and I was highly disappointed. But when I see that banana in a suit, just know it's game time.
Yeah, some dude was like a hamster. I saw the ninja skin, and I was like, I could recognize that's freaking ninja.
Yeah,
and it's like I want to like seeing. I feel like one of the new like niche aspects of that is now you can get into a game, you don't know who the fuck you're gonna see. You might see Kobe or is it Kobe or it was Kobe, right?
I think they did.
LeBron.
They added somebody. Yeah,
it was LeBron. I think it was LeBron. Or
Smith, they added
Deku.
At one point.
I think so.
They had a bunch of characters.
Yeah, a bunch of like artists are in there now. So
Snoop is in there. Isn't Snoop in there?
I think Snoop is in there.
Yeah, I know he's in Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah, they added.
I know they added Doom. No. Master Chief? I didn't know Snoop.
Yeah, they added Snoop. I mean, Snoop. First off, Snoop is one of the most amazing people.
Yeah,
he does everything.
He should be in every video game, honestly. Like he actually deserves that.
They made like you could get a Snoop skin, and then you could get the Snoop vehicle, which was like covered in weed, and it had like smoke coming out of the vehicle.
Yo, props to Snoop.
Yeah, he's making big moves, man.
Yeah, and wait, in Call of Duty or in Fortnite?
That's in Call of Duty.
I didn't know they have vehicles like that. Oh, you talking about Warzone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely.
You know, everything does Battle Royale now. I wonder if it got transferred to 2.0. It would be cool if it did, but probably not.
It should be. Yeah, that'd be the money he's missing out on. And then I've been playing For Honor. Yeah. I love playing that. And then I checked out Warlander, which is there's big ass like you remember Mag.
Oh yeah,
they're trying to do Mag, but like with medieval, so it's a bunch of like knights and.
You're talking about like Mag, the shooter Mag,
like big like, 60-person game.
But now every game is that.
Every game has done that. Yeah.
Mag was like the big thing on PS3. They were like,
it was
wow.
like, oh, you can have this so many people. Everybody's doing that now. I mean, not a lot. Like Call of Duty has their like big team battles. Do they go as large, like 60-person teams? Yeah. Okay. I've fallen off of Call of Duty. It seemed new to me.
No. Call of Duty now, it's just like Mag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
Except Mag had a lot of NPCs running around.
Really?
Call of Duty does not have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have the player base to.
I'll show you after the stream. You can get on Warzone 2, or not Warzone 2, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, we check that out. Mm-hmm. Dope.
Yeah. So, did you start watching any of the animes yet that I've recommended? or are you a bum? You know?
No, we had to finish some of the stuff on our list. We finished Wednesday. The Addams Family spinoff show.
Okay, that's not anime.
No, it's not anime. Other than that, I actually haven't seen that much. To be honest, I've been slacking. I need to catch up on some things.
So, what do you think is going to happen in the near future? Now that you see The Last of Us come out, do you think they're going to do more video games? Like, you remember when Halo first did their show, and that was kind of like, no one really watched it. But Last of Us really took on. That. Do you think more video game shows are going to come out?
I feel like now that making CGI has gotten so much cheaper, and there's so many now, like the people that wrote Last of Us, it's easy for them to pivot to the movie, or at least for new writers to get inspiration from the movies.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that are out there writing good stories. Like the number of stories that you could consider good now are way higher. I hope so. Yeah. I couldn't say which game has a budget big enough to get the next one. Like, I don't know if the space shooter genre is going to be...
I hope. That would be dope.
Because there's some good ones, right? Yeah. Like, Destiny... If Destiny came out with a live-action movie to help with their new, expansions...
I remember their commercials used to be fire.
Their commercials were badass. They had, a series or something. Yeah. Like, all their expansion trailers, good acting, good CGI, good.
R.I.P. by the way again.
R.I.P. Lance Reddick. Appreciate all your hard work as Zavala, for real. But it's like, if they kept that going, Halo could have kept that going. I mean, the most recent Halo game was is it still 4 or Reach or something? Breach? They kind of
no, they got up to Halo 5 or 6. They're on one of those. I just think Halo's just a dying series in general.
Yeah, that's fair. But can you think of another space shooter
they need to do? I think they were doing a Gears of War movie at one point.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know if that's still happening. I actually would love to see that because Gears of War was brutal as fuck. That was one of the best. That was I know they're at 5 now. Gears of War 5.
Yeah,
those Xbox Series games. I didn't get a Series X. So I fell off hard.
No one. I mean, if you did get a Series X, I guess. But
more power to you. But other than that,
I buy consoles for exclusives.
Yeah. So PS5 game, space shooter-esque. That's not. I mean, Mass Effect could, but their whole thing was you make your own story. So
it's not really a thing. I don't know. I do say Dead Space would be good.
That'd be a good-ass horror game, and they've been trying to remake that and get that going.
Yeah. They just remade it, actually.
Exactly.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
I just can't justify spending $70 to buy a game that I've already paid for.
And played.
I
know how the story ends. I beat it. Unless they do something wild with it. It's not really a remaster. They should.
But then I got to remember, Dead Space came out. What was that?
Over 10 years ago?
Yeah, probably 15 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's whole kids out here that have never played Dead Space.
And know it's a cult classic and all that. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. PS3. Came out PS3. And how long was the PS4 gen?
Dead Space at least 8 years? Came out and Dead Space was not PS3.
Dead Space 1 was PS3. I played it on PS3, yeah.
You're right. No, I'm just old. I forget that was 2 console generations ago.
Yeah, so when you think about it, the PS4 was out for, I think, 8 years before 5 came out. And 5's been out for 2 years. So, damn. Just think of how old GTA is. How old is GTA?
The first one came out for
That was on 360 because I had how many discs?
3 discs.
It was more than 3.
Was it more?
5 discs, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
To install.
Jesus Christ. I'm so glad those days are over, but still. So GTA is, pretty much almost 20 years game series. Yeah. Or 15, 20 years.
I heard we're going to hear more about it in 2024. GTA 6.
GTA 6?
And it's supposed to have 4 cities in it. The map is supposed to be more than double what's in GTA 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna have a hard time grasping people. I know GTA Online has been like a huge big thing. They've kept that up, but they're gonna have a hard time keeping up with today's like attention span with all that. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean that story. I don't think anybody plays Grand Theft anymore really like that for the story.
No. So okay. 5 was genius because the people with the short attention spans could jump to a different character with a connected story. I think that was genius. Yeah, that was the best form of storytelling, and having them all go together. GTA 5 was deserved Game of the Year. How many times did they get it? Like 6 times? Yeah, because of that, it was a really good way of storytelling. There were different characters. Yeah, Franklin was a nigga from the hood.
Yeah, rich guy and trailer park trash guy. Like,
fucking Trevor, who was literally insane, fucking redneck.
Yeah,
and then Michael, who was just a really fucking bad family man. And they were like they paved the way for Rick and Morty to fucking to fly. I feel like with those characters, Rick and Morty just then rolled into one dude, and then Morty ish.
Yeah, that's true. Rick is Trevor.
Literally. He's fucking Trevor. Yeah. This fucking crazy smart dude, drugs, all that other stuff. They really paved the way for that shit. That was amazing storytelling. If they can somehow imitate that, which I feel like they're going to try to with their story, that's exciting as fuck. I feel like that's good.
Yeah.
Because those are some good fucking characters.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. They need to do that again. I'd like to see I think in the gameplay you saw a lot of a woman in there. I think that they're going to do another. If they do it, one of the characters would be a woman.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and they definitely should add a woman to it. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the people I know that play GTA still are women.
Which is ironic.
Yeah.
I mean, not ironic. It's the closest thing to, I don't know, a simulator.
Yeah, they just want to beat the fuck out of people. All the women I know, they just want to punch you. And it's like, wow.
Run over people's car.
Yeah. It's like, damn, why are y'all so angry?
Yep. I mean, hey, more power to them. If that's your vibe, you play GTA? I don't know.
She play a lot of GTA.
Yeah. Is that what you like doing in GTA? Just wrecking people? Yeah. Okay. Hey, it's people love it. Hey. More power. Hey, you got 4 more cities worth of people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I actually played with her, and we ended up, she just beat the fuck out of me. It was annoying. Like, and GTA, number one, I hate cash outs in games. I think cash outs ruin games unless it's aesthetic. Yeah. Strictly aesthetic. So
Fortnite, is it strictly aesthetic in GTA?
GTA, no, it is not strictly aesthetic. GTA, people got flying cars that shoot out missiles and shit. So I was spawning with my level 1 dude in my puffer jacket chilling. One gun.
You started a pistol.
Comes in on a flying jet motorcycle shooting rockets at me.
Oh man. Okay, that sounds fun. That sounds fun as
fuck. You can also level up your strength for your character and stuff like that.
Get different hideouts and stuff.
She just punches me once and I blow up. I was like, yo, how much money did you spend in this game?
What else? Is that time or money? Is that time?
No, I used brass knuckles. You can't get it yet.
Oh, like she knows the tech. Okay, no, that sounds fun. I'm down for. I'm gonna try that with Annie. She might like.
Yeah,
some GTA Online. All right, yeah, because I've been seeing the clips. I literally got GTA clips on my YouTube now because people from the show and just random GTA Online shit.
Yeah, it looks really cool, the whole modding community. That's why I need to invest in a gaming PC. That's going to be next, gaming PC. But the way people mod GTA and just do random... By the way, GTA still hands down best game ever. Because number one, it's like a full racing game. Like in there, like the car customization in that game is better than most racing games.
Yeah,
just to driving alone.
Yeah, I see. There's the random TikToks that have people like saying random shit, but on a GTA custom like race course.
Yeah,
doing like just ridiculous like flip tricks and riding different. That's just GTA. That's a whole subplot of the game.
Yeah, and it's like no other game has that. You can go from a shooter to like a multiplayer free roam game to a strictly racing game.
Literally like a sim to like building houses and shit.
You can pilot, fly shit, do races that way. There's like so much.
Yeah.
I hope GTA 6 is gonna keep a lot of these features.
Expand on
but
that.
If it took them this long to make it, Because again, it's been over 10 years.
Yeah. They're investing heavy. I hope it's good. With all the like new tech coming out to make games, I mean, Unreal Engine and the shit they're doing. GTL does all that shit in house, I believe. Rockstar has their own. But like, if a game engine can make it and then give it to people for free, I feel like Rockstar has even more hectic shit.
So since you're in the whole game development thing and you understand that, do you think the whole new AI stuff that's coming out is going to help? Or make it harder for like the game companies out there.
I mean, so the whole Chat GPT.
Oh yeah, that thing's going crazy right now. Yeah.
It's going wild, and the crazy thing is, like, I mean, when did you hear about it initially? Can you think about when you heard Chat GPT as a thing? Right?
So I was looking at stuff at work to try to make.
Can you say that?
Yeah. No. To try to make like recording meeting notes easier.
Oh, okay.
You know,
that makes sense. Like,
to like find ways I don't have to necessarily like type meeting minutes. You know, that's a very annoying thing to do.
That should definitely be possible. Too.
Yeah. So I was looking up different softwares, and that was one that popped up. And that was a few years ago. They were like maybe a year or so during COVID. I was like, chat to just get meeting minutes, and it was something that kind of used Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and that was the first time I heard of it. But now I'm seeing that people used it to write papers for college, and I'm like, yo, where was this?
Yeah, we needed it.
I could have went through high school and college and paid like what? How much is it? Like not even that much.
$5.99.
Yeah, $5.99 to have it
papers,
write
good papers that can't be they're all unique.
Yes.
So they can't be plagiarism, or they pass plagiarism checks.
Yes.
So, and they haven't found a way for plagiarism checks to work because it's just like a person wrote it.
Yeah. And then every time you just hit enter, it just rewords the whole paper. Yeah. Even if you wanted to just take words out and lines out, you could just do that.
Yeah.
Like, I think now that is going to make college just like completely
college is already
obsolete. But now, now everyone can just turn in their papers that way.
They do some wild shit like you have to fucking typewrite your shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
You have to write your papers in the classroom.
Yeah.
You can't, like, just how math can't use a calculator now, it's like you have to write the paper in the classroom.
Yeah.
You can take a bathroom break, but you gotta sit down, no cell phone, with a fucking typewriter or some shit, and write your paper.
And it just has access, so you can have it get cite your stuff. It can get full, like, references, everything. Like, it is wild. So I'm just wondering, in the gaming community, you think that's going to make a big difference?
It's already big for art, like with AI generated art. And
the 6 fingers and 7 fingers stuff.
I mean, that got better so fast.
Yeah.
It's not a problem anymore. Sometimes the hand will be a little off now, but they figured it out. It took like maybe 3 weeks
to figure out the whole finger
because everybody was like, "That's AI. We can see the hand." Now the hands are fixed. What the fuck do we do now?
Yeah, that's true.
like it's for most of them, especially the high end ones, it's fixed.
Yeah.
They know what human hands look like now. They've seen enough of them. Like, that's the crazy shit.
Yeah.
And now they're getting to the point where I looked into it a little bit. They got into a point now where they can not only have AI generated people, they can combine AI generated softwares to where there was a game company that had one of their game characters AI generated and then automated with AI, so it was speaking, moving.
Oh, all through AI. Wow.
All through AI.
A whole unique character by AI.
Everything through AI by AI. Yeah, hold on. Let me check the stream. I just got it on my phone.
Oh, you getting
some
comments?
Asked if we Gucci. I got 4. Yeah, we got 4 people watching. Yo, shout out to you if you checking this out. It looks like it's good on my end. She got me paranoid.
Oh no, not our views.
So let's see.
All 7 of our views. We were getting money, man. We were making money.
Hey, man, I think we Gucci. Yo, let us know in the chat if there's anything going on. I've been peeking in. The audio sounds good.
Okay. So let me so keep talking about this whole AI thing.
Okay. So that was maybe like a 30-second clip of literally the character saying, hi, my name is Sarah or some shit. I made up some shit. I've been generated by AI, and this studio had used all like ChatGPT and some of I don't know like to make me to see how it works, and then they give it to the public. They just show everybody, hey, this is what we made it AI.
I think looking just because I'm not into the whole game universe, but like even playing The Last of Us, I'm thinking about the game we're playing now. There's all these little notes and shit that are just all scattered around the map. They give you backstory. I guess you could chat GPT all of those, so people don't really have to think about writing these notes. That automatically just lore in the game would just save a ton. Or like Skyrim, all the little pieces of crap are around. You can now just
you don't have to pay somebody to make all of it.
Yeah. But that's a lot of jobs.
A lot of jobs gone, In some ways, I think it's a good thing because people will have, if you want a game that's a literal whole world that lasts forever, you'll have literally something making that story forever, right? You won't necessarily need people, maybe new concepts and ideas. I don't know how good the AI is at imagining things, right? But if you have a preset thing, it can generate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think indie games in particular, like if you want to start up your own game and do it on your own, it's going to make it to where now the developer has a lot more autonomy over just the creative process.
If I should do this now that I just thought about the fact that you said that, if you wanted to make a game with AI's help, like literally generate the characters, generate the story, throw it into an engine, make sure it works,
do it all by yourself. You know,
I mean, not literally,
but but you're doing most of it with one person.
You still have to orchestrate all of that, but you could do that and throw it out there. So in that way, it's good. But then there's the
big companies now that are laying off thousands of employees.
Is because they found a way to automate whatever their fucking job is, right? So many automated phone calls. You talk to a computer for 3 minutes before they're like, all right, I can't help you anymore. Here's a person. And then you get a queue for a person.
I just feel like so many people, especially in our generation, dove into tech to get these jobs. And
they're gonna work themselves out of it.
And it's gonna suck. So I hope there's backups. I hope the tech industry finds a new way to keep these people around. But it seems like there's gonna be the people who are just workaholics. They're gonna keep their jobs, but the people who aren't and are trying to have this work-life balance, they're gonna fall off. They're gonna fall off
or get replaced by AI, just like factory workers did.
It's all about productivity, and productivity doesn't have time for you and your children and your life and your family and all that stuff.
So in a lot of ways, it's just gonna mean there's new stuff and different stuff. And people have to get different kinds of jobs. I mean, just like how factory workers, like if you're still working in a factory, you're making substantially less than somebody that works at. And you're going to have to adapt to that. It's unfortunate truth, and I've learned coding for like 7 years just to be on the precipice of.
Can AI code now?
Can ChatGPT do my job? Like, 'cause that's actually what's happening. But in a lot of the space, so that's a valid concern. I'm not super worried about it taking my job right now, and like. Ask me in like 4 months.
I'll come back. I'll come back.
So I saw ChatGPT generate a whole Mario game by itself using 3 words. Are you sure you're good?
You're gonna be like, I really need this podcast to go places.
Subscribe, like, comment. Our Cash App's in there. This isn't a cry for help, but it's definitely a nod to one. Like, no. If that happens, I'll just be
well, someone's gonna have to test all these games.
They get AI to test them. That's what I do now. I make AI create games for test for games. I don't know. That's it's definitely a concern. I love seeing it. Like I did whatever AI thing you give like 10 pictures yourself, it generates 50 photos.
I saw that. And you had to pay like $10.
Like $5-10. I think it was like $5.
Yeah, okay.
for like 20 pictures, and it's like, okay, bad side is they stole work from a ton of artists to make it. The AI didn't literally make it. They did a really good search.
If you post your stuff online, it is open to the public.
Pirating.
I repeat, if you post your stuff online, it is open to the public.
Everybody can see it. Everybody can.
It is a free for all. So
they can try to. You can try to trademark. Now the whole like, how can we protect our art from AI has happened.
You can't.
No, not really. Just like how every movie wanted to find a way that their movie could be pirated, right?
Yeah,
there's going to be a way. It's going to be a way.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. So it's
yeah. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of these graphic designers and stuff just
whole comic books.
Yeah,
AI generated.
They're going to fall off again. Yeah, whole comic book.
I don't think it would fall off.
I think art is going to go back to its roots. You're going to need people are going to start getting back into painting more and draw just actual physical art because that's not going to be AI replicated. And that's going to be things that, because even when you look at paintings, it's not about just the picture. It's about how they've layered the different paint, how it adds different shadows to different parts of the paint, different stroke styles and stuff like that.
A real person made this.
Yeah, a real person made it.
Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of that. Like, I don't want to support this if it's AI. I want to support a person. So I feel like that's going to keep it.
So I don't think art's going to necessarily disappear, but you're going to start seeing a shift back into more of traditional style art where our generation was raised upon graphic design kind of art. So
I can see that. I feel like it's going to be definitely a lot of both and all in between. There's a graphic novel on Kickstarter right now, Black owned.
I think I saw this one
where it's VR inside of the graphic novel. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, but it's all AI. No. There's one I saw. Someone's making all AI black.
The one I'm talking about. No, that one's. It's literally just a comic book where you can, if you have the AR app, you can look inside the pages, and there's like Easter eggs inside the pages. Yeah, and like
kind of like
the characters move around.
There's like that filter on I think it was Instagram or Snapchat, one of those, where it's like a picture frame and then you can go inside and it's like a whole story.
Stuff like that.
That augmented reality stuff is getting pretty cool.
I think if that blows up, that would, because Google tried that with the Google Glass how many years ago?
Yeah. So one of the things I thought was cool about that, they were actually trying to make AR such a thing to where you get AR clothing and AR props. So then people would then start buying avatar stuff to wear in real life. So your shirt would have a unique QR code on it. And when someone's wearing the glasses and looking at your shirt, they now see angel wings behind you when you walk down the street. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, me and Annie actually tried to dive into that. It's really niche.
It's very niche.
If you tried to explain it to somebody, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
But people would actually start paying $50, $100 for these very unique codes or unique clothing products.
And I feel like as that gets started, just like how Pokemon Go tried to mix the AR thing, if there was a type of shit where Pokemon had the fucking Pokeglass and you could see fucking Pokemon, and even if it was fucking Pokemon Red or Pokemon Go where they're just bouncing at each other, people would eat that shit up. That would go crazy. Right? So if they do that and then they start to expand to, and then if I'm looking at the person, I can see their AR outfit too.
Yeah, I remember AR tattoos too. People would get whole tattoos.
Yeah,
with a little coat, and then if you held your phone above it, the tattoo would come off their arm and
that tech goes crazy.
Yeah.
So that I feel like instead of everything being screen, if we start mixing actual AR technology in the work,
but guess what? ChatGPT is going to be the one that makes it all, and none of y'all are going to get money.
If you can, people are going to find a way to profit off of that. Yeah. Having AI work for you, I feel like, is going to be a profitable. Just like you could have machines make the cars for you, you can have machines do all the cutting of everything we have built now.
I was watching a video of some lawyer guy, and he was saying how he automates ChatGPT to make a lot of the. He was hired to make labels on products, disclaimers,
Oh, okay. Why have a person write it? I just need all these clauses in here.
Yeah, he was I just need to type in how very detailed I need it to be, and it'll make labels for a bunch of different products and just automate it. And he was like, I used to spend hours doing it. Now I'm knocking out
still getting
hundreds
paid.
of these things, and I'm getting paid 4 times as much. And I'm like, dang, that's smart as shit.
I gotta find a way to use it.
Yeah, you gotta find a way to use it. Yeah. But apparently their servers are getting like overloaded now.
That makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like way overloaded.
Because that's powerful tech to generate that kind of shit. So yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't think the company has met up to the demand that it's shown the world yet.
No.
So give it another couple of months. You're gonna start seeing that now everyone's investing billions into that company. They're gonna have thousands of servers. But
and there's gonna be different ones for each one. Like people complaining that ChatGPT wasn't like unlocked, like because they had controls on it where it was like you couldn't. It wouldn't say slurs. It wouldn't use curse words. It wouldn't say it should harm anyone. It wouldn't like claim to have sentience. And people were trying to find all these different ways to like try and trick it into
people.
Yeah,
and this is how the Matrix happens. And we all die.
Yeah, like create Skynet and all that shit. So then the Bing chat one, when they came out with it, it didn't have those
locks
rules on it.
Yeah.
So people were like, oh, it like. If I pretended to be a 15-year-old girl and I tried to like ask for instruction on how to get alcohol or do drugs, it would give me the instructions. Like, yeah, it doesn't fucking care your age. It's AI.
Yeah.
So like shit like that, and people are worried
about. It's a morality
about,
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna get reined in eventually, but then they're gonna like just how we have a search engine with the security settings off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing.
I don't know, man. This world's going. It's changing a lot. Yeah, there was a whole hearing on TikTok not too long ago, like this week.
Did you see that?
I saw parts of it, and it was
weird.
They were grilling the hell out of that dude.
Yeah, it was like I wouldn't call him a poor Chinese man because he probably actually works. No,
he's
Chinese.
He's the CEO, so he makes money. He's not poor at all. The dude is. He was sitting there like, yeah. I'm gonna buy your daughter and your son. And I'm gonna just take over. Like he don't care about none of them people.
Yo, I saw a clip of that. Fucking dude asked him if TikTok connects to his Wi-Fi, and the dude was confused. He didn't want to say yes.
Yeah, because they were trying to show that, hey, Chinese government has so much access to TikTok.
And it does.
And TikTok has so much access to people's homes and private information.
Everything, they have contacts, everything. Yes, and it does.
And it's like, that's a lot. It is a national security thing.
It is. I have it down on my phone. But
yeah, exactly. I have it too. But it is a national security thing. And I'm glad that our government is thinking for us.
Then are they? Did you hear the questions they were asking?
In the sense that they're thinking about how it could be a national security thing, where we're all just have it downloaded on our phones. You know,
if the CCP was giving all Americans poison, and the government was like, "Is this poison?" and they were like.
Yeah, the government.
What is poison?
The government should have protected it before it got this far, but it's here now, and we let it also get here because we wanted a free, open internet, and this is kind of what happens.
That's fair. Yep, freedom. Yeah, freedom means shit like that can happen. Mm-hmm. We can get a Chinese spyware on our phones. Yeah. I got like 700 followers. I like it. I post my skate clips there. It's whatever.
But yeah.
We need a question for this week.
Oh, a question for this week. Yeah, before we close out.
Yeah. What's a good question?
So last time we asked what was the favorite anime. Then we asked favorite game. What's a good question to ask?
Let's see. This time we talked about.
We could do waifu. Who's
Who's your favorite anime character? Who's your waifu or husbando? Your favorite.
Is husbando a thing?
Have you never heard of that?
No.
I heard that maybe a couple of years after waifu, but it was for all the male body pillows of male characters. Yeah. So who is your waifu or husbando? I think that's a good one. Or favorite character.
I think we should just stick with favorite character.
Sure. Yeah, that works for me.
Even though that's very, very hard. Do you have a favorite character you can think of?
Favorite individual character? I could say I have a bunch of favorites. I feel like mine, and it's not. Can it not be anime?
It has to be anime or video game.
No, I would go comics. So favorite anime character, I'd have to think on that.
Yeah, I think I'd have to think on it too. Just a minute.
I could list off some tops.
All right. Well, how about we save it?
Save it for next time.
Save it for next time.
Got you.
See what other people say. See if their opinions are trash, and then we can give them good opinions.
Yeah, we can lead them in the right direction.
Yeah.
We'll tell you why your fave is trash. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's it for this one. If you tuned in, we really appreciate it. If you'd like the content, subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
I made a Facebook page. Follow us on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
It's not up and running yet, but it's coming. And we're going to be doing a lot more of these and have a lot more fun stuff coming. So any last words?
No, take care. If you don't watch us, you suck. So, yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.